I already preset the jaws where I wanted it. We're going to slide this thing up in there like this. Bring it just off the chuck so it doesn't bind up whenever I'm indicating it. Right now I'm just going to kind of eyeball it square this way. That looks pretty good. So we're going to have just enough to chuck it here is what I was saying. Alright, we got those two holding there, so what I'm going to do is back those off. Put some pads under these jaws here so that it's not trying to chuck in the back of it on the heel of the jaw there. Okay, so let me go get an indicator and we'll start indicating it. First thing I want to do is get the face bumped around true. Not too bad. I figured it would have been out this way a little more than that, so I think I got lucky again. I didn't get lucky that time. I went the wrong way. Okay. That's pretty dang close right there. That's jumping around about 1/1000ths. So it's going to move again probably. So what I want to do is we're going to run a center between centers. So I've showed this technique before. Alright, we're going to put that dead center there, and I'm going to run it up on the back of a live center here from the tailstock. I think I'm going to have to move everything forward here. And I don't give that a lot of pressure, you know. The tailstock is not tight, so it allows everything to kind of push back if it needs to. All right. Now, if we get lucky, it'll just move straight across, but that probably isn't going to be the case here. I think it's going to pivot around a little bit on me. Yeah, it's getting worse, so not having any luck today, guys. Come on, man. All right, back to the center. Not wanting to cooperate. All right, we're gonna change up here. I think my pads are a little bit too wide, so I'm gonna take that one off. Try that one there. Still wanting to pivot around on me the wrong way. All right. This is going to take a little bit of back and forth, and I don't want to keep burning up video time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to the face. We're going to bump it around. I'm going to keep working this until I get it true and nice and tight on there, okay? I just had to go around 2 more times and I finally got it all trued up. I got the face within 1/1000ths, and then I got this running within 1/1000ths here. And it's nice and true. We got all 4 jaws really tight. I can see that it's dug down in that steel and holding good. Nice and true there. That squeaking you might be hearing is the belts on the back of the lathe. Got a little humid today. I haven't been running the AC in a while, so a little bit of moisture in the air, and they always squeak whenever it's a little humid in the shop. Okay, I'm gonna go with a 1 3/4 drill bit. Our tap size is our bore size actually is gonna be 1.793 or 794 for 1 7/8 12. So I'm just gonna rough it out with this, and then I'll bore it and get it nice and true. And we're gonna use some flood coolant on this one instead of cutting oil. we're going to go ahead and bore it to size. I've already got the bar set on a depth in there, which is going to be a 3.5. I had it drilled right there at it, so I went ahead and brought the back end to a 3.5 depth there. But we're still on drill size here, so we got to bore it out. 1 inch 750. So we got to take about, I think it was 43 thousandths. We'll just do it in 2 passes. I'll make 1 cleanup pass and then 1 finish pass here. So those are 0. I'm just going to take 20 to clean it up, and then we'll come back out and measure it and take a final cut. Okay, so I'm just going to take 30 thousandths, and then that'll be, bring it right there to size. All right, got our board to size, so we're just going to chamfer this edge here. Alright, I'm going to set up the compound. We're going to swing the compound around here 30 degrees, this side to the left side, and then I'll set up my threading bar. I've got my my snap tap threading bar right here. We're going to use this one. Okay, I think we're set up, ready to do our threading. I've tried to get everything preset where I want it. We already got our gearbox set for 12. And I've got my 0 set here on my cross slide, and we're going to come in here. I'm going to touch off with the compound, and then I'm going to come in there and bump the end of it and set me a 0 with this mag back indicator, little pancake indicator. I'll set a 0, and this is what I'm going to be using as my stop. So I want to touch the back of it, and then I'm going to bring it forward a certain amount so that I know I have a little bit of clearance behind that once I hit my 0. So I'm going to go ahead and run in with the compound here and touch off. I'm just trying to give you guys a pretty good angle there to see everything. Okay. There's our 0 there. Alright, I'm going to run this in just a little bit. I want to come in and just touch the back, just real lightly. Alright, that's the end of it. So I'm going to preload this indicator. I'm going to give myself 1/4 inch. 1, 2, 50. Alright, that's a 1/4 inch clearance. So whenever I come up and hit this 0 and stop, I'll still have a 1/4 inch clearance back there, which maybe that's not a lot for some of you guys, but that's plenty of clearance. So if I stopped it there, I still got that much further that I can travel. So we'll come up, and right there it's going to stop. Alright, so let's come back to our 0 and make a scratch pass. And make sure that we're on our correct pitch here. I'm watching this dial over here. Okay, I stopped it on 10. So let me see if we're right. Looks good to me. Make a couple passes. I'm gonna use some cutting oil. It's gonna cause a little bit of smoke, but it does a good job. Come back to my 0 on my cross slide and engage. I'm trying to remember. I think this is the compound I got to take double. So we're going to go in about 62 thousandths, but I believe this is the one that's doubled up. Yeah, it's not taking a very big cut, so that's what it is. I got to go about 124 on this. All right, so that was 2 20 thousandths cuts. We'll take 40 there. All right, 0, engage. Okay. Doing good. I think I like where we're at on that 20 thousandths cut now that we've gone in there a little ways. I got to bring this back to 0. Alright, let me see if I can get you a little cooler shot. Alright, maybe you guys can see that a little better now. We still got a little bit to take out, not a whole lot. According to the numbers, approximately 20 thousandths, but maybe a little shy than that. I'm going to go ahead and take another 10. Getting close. I'll take 5 thousandths this time. There we go. I'm gonna have to make a spring pass. It's going in there, but it's rubbing. It's snug. So I need a little bit of clearance. So hopefully a spring pass will give me enough. And then keep in mind that this is going to be a split item. So even if you was to cut it a little loose, you draw it up on your threads. We'll just make a spring pass through here. And I had some guys ask me that. A spring pass is where you make another pass with the tool, but you don't feed it in any. So you let the pressure of it just rub, and it usually cuts some. So I'm just bringing it back to 0. I'm not feeding in here. I'm just going to let the tool run in there and cut. And you see it's pulling a chip off. That's a spring pass. pliers. That's a good fit right there. It's not loose. I could really stand to go in there and make another spring pass. I think that I will, because it's still, I can still feel it. But it's not rocking any, so that's a good fit. Okay. One more little spring pass. And that's going to be it for the lathe right here. I'm going to take just a little bit of emery and hit that in. Just kind of soften up this edge right here, where it rolls over that first thread as it's starting in there. It'll usually leave a little burr here. And we'll blow everything out good, and that's it. So I'm going to take it out of here, and then we'll go back to the milling machine and start doing some milling on it.